Thanks for this nice introduction and thanks for the invitation. I want to explain to you how we promote, how we try to boost the promotion of DAB and give you some examples for corporations. Here you can see the development of households equipped with DAB in Germany and Bavaria. It's pretty linear and it needs to be accelerated. A lot of the gain comes from the cars, to be honest, but we speed up. So far, so typical for a regulator. The following slides are not typical, but I want to give you these examples and some impulses. One local station, FM and DAB, quitted by the end of 2024 in the very southwest of Bavaria. You might know the castle of Neuschwanstein. Local radio then was only available via DAB+. We therefore started a campaign to support DAB. We used out-of-home, mailing, social media, and so on. Not very innovative, but in addition, we started a campaign with bakeries. A key point of this cooperation was the exchange of place or space in the bakeries versus airtime at the local radio stations. We as BLM supported this campaign with 600,000 bags in these bakeries, a display with branded radio on it, even in the bakeries, you can see on the right side, and over 666 branded radios as a competition for the people to win in this bakery. This is it. This is the way it looked, but our market research was at the beginning of this campaign, so the results are, and hopefully successes, are not yet fully incorporated. The Allgäu, the region we were there, is now well above the Bavarian average, and the digital usage is very high, and we hope to see the gain next period. Besides that, and inspired by President Czeki, we started a promotion survey, as I call it, at gas stations in the Allgäu regions. Key question was, do people know whether they have DAB or not? Two trained promoters interviewed around 500 car drivers and promoted DAB with car wash vouchers, branded ice scrapers for participants. The key results, as you can see on the left side, over 3/4 of those surveyed are familiar with DAB. And on the right side, you can see more than 50% participating in this survey do have DAB reception in the car. Pretty good. But how about the knowledge? Anyone who knows they have DAB also has it. As you can see on the bottom right, about 14% do have DAB, but they didn't know they had it. 3% say, I do not have DAB, but they have. 4% say, I know DAB, but I don't know if I have, and they have. And 7% say, I don't know DAB, and they have. Nobody said they had DAB, but didn't. Very pleasing for surveys like this. And to close the circle, roughly 25% do not know DAB, means 17 plus 7. So more marketing is needed. We also asked how old the cars are. 30% of these cars are in the range of the EU DAB requirement. Until 2030, the first option for Bavaria to quit FM for private broadcasting, more than 2/3 of the cars will have DAB. Regarding this spread, but this is pretty typical. In the second example, we have a cooperation with restaurants and pubs, organized by their association called DEHOGA. Once again, radio is given airtime and pubs are giving advertising space. There are several types of beer coasters and many more things in the pubs. One regional beer coaster, as you can see above, and 5 local ones, all in all 250,000 pieces. The local one shows the logo of the local station, the regional one, the DAB-only programs in this region. All these QR codes, and they are different, lead to a competition with another more than 300 radios and separate web pages so we can track the response per region. It's a very important topic for us. The association will use the airtime in the local stations for recruiting spots, as the bakeries did. The campaign started several weeks ago and runs until mid of December, so I have no results for you, but I can join them, give them later on. As a gimmick for the pubs, we added some illuminated beer coasters, good conversation material at every table. You can try it. I have some examples later on at the exit. So to summarize, you can have creative campaigns to raise DAB awareness and engagement. Partnerships allow targeted advertising without separate media spending. And local stations can easily support campaigns with airtime. You heard the figures about the cars, 75% awareness, 50% do have DAB in the cars in this survey. The knowledge of the own equipment can be optimized, and it can be assumed that DAB in car tends to be underestimated. Thanks for so far. Any questions later on? You're warmly welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Veit. Thank you so much.